Hey guys, a lot has happened since last week. Dragon Druid has exploded in popularity. Lots of people playing it. This is the list I highlighted on my channel last week. It's still been doing well. The double exotic mount seller has been a big improvement, but I feel there have been big improvements since then. And I wanted to highlight two decks versions that two different players got number one legend with. Why I think they got number one legend with them, with strengths advantages, and where I think the deck is potentially going in the future. So Tyler got number one legend with this version. It's running double Glowfly, Soul Forest, double Savage Roar. But it's running the Dragon package. So unlike the old versions that were running Wild Growth, it's running the double Breath of Dreams and two dragons. This version looks incredibly good in the mirror, and I think that's largely the reason he wanted to play this. A lot of times, getting the mirror, getting a Glowfly down, wins games, and there's not much need for early game removal. But that's also the disadvantage of this list. But I think right now, because Dragon Druid is so popular, I think he was able to go in and really exploit that. Consistent ramping, not really much early game stuff, but he can get to his Glowfly turns or to his exotic, get a board, stick it with Power of the Wild to make it more resilient, or Soul of the Forest, and then with the double Savage where he's able to quickly close out games. But I think this version does have disadvantages, which I want to go show the other version that I've been playing. I think, like I said, I think depending on the meta, both versions have advantages and disadvantages. But what I think with this contribution is Tyler cut Malygos, cut all the weaker dragons, and is just keeping a double Emerald and Ysera, which I think is a likely way to go the direction of the deck. Double dragons, the three dragons, the biggest weakness is the consistency of Breath of Dreams, but I think that might be worth it. There's a lot of evidence. Sometimes you can Breath of Dreams and get lucky and hit a dragon off the top. Often I'll do as a play, I'll do Breath of Dreams on 2 when I have Overgrowth in hand, knowing that if I'm going coin or innervate Overgrowth next turn, so if I don't, this is the last time I really want to do a Wild Growth. So at the worst, it's a cycle there. But I think while you don't have the consistency of the dragons, it's still quite good. Often, and also in control matchups where the ramp is often really important, you might be keeping Ysera anyways. This is the other version. I've been playing this. I'm going to highlight some games I played with this. Wire we got number one legend with, and he cuts the Moonfires entirely. You read the Vicious Syndicate report and see what they talk. They have not been a fan of Moonfires, but they have not known what is a better card to run, and that's often a problem. Is with okay, I don't like this card. What do I change out? And that can often be a tough situation. And what he's saying, one thing I really like about this double claw. I'm a big fan of the double claw. It's going to help you just have really good early game removal. Wire said, I think, on his Twitter that he was facing a lot of Demon Hunter. And I think this version, if you're facing a lot of Demon Hunter, will do really well. You have double Claw, double Crystal Ball, double Wrath. You can just remove those early game things, get to your ramp turns. But you're not going to do as well in the mirror. You're not going to do as well against things like Quest Warlock because you're not going to be as sticky. But you do have that big advantage of having way more removal, double Wrath. And the big thing Wire did was put in Worthy Expeditions. So Worthy Expeditions, I don't think they're one of the worst mulligan cards. I think if you're keeping this, it's a big because you think, oh, one drop. But really, what Worthy Expeditions are for flexibility and for exotic mount seller. So we want exotic mount seller cards. And with the Worthy, we can often, let's say we're playing against a Demon Hunter, we might just use it on one looking for a Starfall or some sort of removal options. Where in a slower matchup, we might keep it, we might find later, okay, we need value or we need a taunt. You can get something like the 5/10. So I think once this card, I'm not sure about. I think I've looked at data, initial data, and it's not a great performer, but I do know I was misplaying it a lot at first. So I think possibly, and like I said, Wire did get #1 legend with this deck. So I think there's something to be said here. I still don't think the bag is quite out with this Worthy Expedition. I could see something like Power of the Wild getting put in. Wire runs 1 Savage Roar, so it's mainly he's trying to fight, win board, and then just close out with the Savage Roar. I was playing, and I'm a big fan of having, because I know my list from last week was running the double swipe, but no Savage Roar. And I think when you're not running the double swipe, having the Savage Roar to close out games, because often it just might take too long to close out a game if you don't run Savage Roar and you don't run swipes and you don't run Moonfires. So, but yeah, I was playing this. I'm a big fan of this list, though I'm still not sure about the Worthy Expeditions. There's cards that other people have been trying. So other cards, I could see Tree Enforcements becoming a card that people use in this situation. I've almost wondered about Dreamway Guardian. So some of these 2-mana cards could be interesting, but things like Power of the Wild, I could see Rising Winds as a one of being put in over Worthy Expedition. You can get Rising Winds from Worthy Expedition, but there's just sort of still little optimizations I think potentially to be made with this deck. But I think the concept is there. So I think it's, I definitely am a big fan of the Double Claw. I could see Double Claw becoming really standard in these lists. It's just very good removal, and just in a world where Demon Hunter exists, removing the Battle Fiends on one and the Blazing Battle Mages is incredibly important. So that's kind of what I think. Like I said, I think both lists have strengths and advantages. If you're facing a lot of Demon Hunter, I think you're going to have a lot more success with this list. If you're facing a lot of Mirrors, I think you're going to have a lot more success with this list. So, you could kind of see, okay, what am I playing a lot of? Decide which list you want to use. But I got some games using Wire's list, so enjoy. Nice. I mean, no overflow, or overgrowth, but we're okay. How is the Shaman list working out for you? I've given up. Oh, here we go. I think we do go innervate overgrowth here, because otherwise we can't go. Then we can go Glowfly next turn. Yeah. Like Volume 1 had something like, I don't know, it was so good. I think they're playing the exact same list I am right now. We've got the first exotic. First exotic wins games, guys. This is okay.
I supply only the finest creatures.
Gonna taunt this one up. No way we're using Bog Beam. Next turn is interesting. We could go like exotic Bog Beam. Depending on what they do here, like I could see that. I also could see us just going Wrath, Breath, as more removable potential. pretty bad so far for them. I think I want to do the double exotic. Just my, but I don't know. We have a bunch of stealth minions. But okay, so if we go. I mean, that's so like just go exotic bomb beam on this, trade there. We also could go wrath that, and that gives us a full board of beasts, which is pretty damn good. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Ugh, always lucky, guys.
Standard time run low. Wrangle this.
Hey, Don.
We must stop this corruption.
I think they're dead. Oh, they trade. Maybe not. Are they always dead here? Wow. So pretty much have to go overflow here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One too late. We're fine though. Don't know how they win this. We'll take charge. Marker Nature's pretty good too. I think that's just easier. It increases but by a whole lot. Oh wow. I did not see that one coming. Do we have lethal from hand, guys? Look at that. 4/4 charge. Savage Roar is 6. Yep.
Where shall I strike?
Neladar.
Man, I'm glad I took this one. Was not thinking about the Deathwing. That. I think I'll keep Crystal Power, deal with the 1-drop. Wait, what? Gotcha.
The fires of vengeance burn bright. Neladar.
Am I ever supposed to... Actually, we're going Breath of Dreams next turn, so it probably doesn't matter, but there might be a case to...
Nothing but a bunch of big bears!
We'll give it to you. So, if you, would you guys want the deck list? You just type exclamation point deck. There it is. It's from Wires. So there's a picture there. There's the deck code. Everything you could ever want. It's kind of terrifying. I'm probably going Emerald Explorer into Coin Ysera, but it's a slow line. I had the option of going Glowfly here. Their head's kind of dead, so it's unlikely. They need 2 dragons in hand to play which is somewhat unlikely, just statistically. So I think we're usually okay with this line. Alright, I think we take Big Old Whelp here. Dragon Queen's way too slow. Yeah, Rottenness, so they have 3 cards here. So even if they have Rottenness, they need Rottenness and a dragon, which is just tough to have.
Utterly impossible.
My dream.
Let's go Overflow next turn. So yeah, so that's the thing when your opponent has like used a lot of when your opponent has a big hand, because remember like Rottenness they have to have Rottenness and a dragon. With a big hand it's way more likely because they need a 2-card combo. So like if you're deciding whether to take the risk or not. All right. I love me some high rolls in the morning. Dream Portal right off the get-go. Nice. 2 Dream Portals right off the get-go. Double nice. Ooh, now we gotta play around Flick. You know it's a good sign when you, the Druid, plays the first Rottenness. It's pretty good. Easy.
Class is in session.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
Really lucky top deck here. Really lucky draws. You have that ready for copy pasty? I do. I get sick of answering certain types of questions. That one specifically. I know what the play is here. It's just kind of gross, but it's definitely right. It's just like when they do that play, it looks like they're gonna copy it next turn. Am I worth being crafted? Well, there's a lot of questions that are really like, I can't, you know, I've made this joke and you guys are like, when people are like, is it worth marrying my girlfriend? You know, like, I don't know. It's you, it's your life. Like you know, it's,
Someone's gotta
now you, if you, like, is it worth playing Hearthstone? Probably not. Yet here I am, you know, like, but it's just, it's such a common question, but it's like, I can't go being you, you know? Like my mom did ask me. She's like, "Oh, should I go, you know, do this take this professor job, Luke?" And I'm like, "How do I know? Like you know, like what do you want? Like I can't answer that question for you. I can't tell you what to want, you know?"
I'll show you who's boss.
Are they safe crafts? No. Well, certain things are long-term safe crafts. But let's say like Warrior got nerfed to the ground. I'm the worst source of advice. I just don't like... I think I'm the best source of advice because I tell you to think for yourself and ignore what I tell you.
We must stop this corruption.
Aloof Neladar.
Or they just want to complain. Well, here's the thing. This is part of the reason I say, no, it's not worth crafting. You're like, but this. Like, they ask me the question. This happens to me all the time, and it makes me so angry. People ask me a question. I don't give them the answer they want. But they just wanted me to tell them what they wanted to do was right. That's just not how I like living my life, you know? I don't know. That's up to you. I think this is over. Should I take the blue pill? Remember, like, or what's his name? Xavier, whatever. He should have just taken the blue pill, like, you know? Deep stream. Can't tell you what to want, though, yeah.
I'll show you who's boss.
Ooh, they're going for it.
Armor made to
They didn't get there.
I shall
Do we have any outs here? I mean, they just kind of killed off their own board there for us. That wasn't even necessarily bad. What's our play here?
I supply only the finest creatures.
That's what we want. That's what we want, actually. Yeah, that's not what we want. I think we're dead. Alright, hanging in there, guys. Board Control, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Exciting GM games, right?
What now?
Welcome, everybody. Dude, how did you come up? Welcome. No Hands is our house. Wait, Are we gonna win this game? This would be insane, guys. We're gonna win this game. This is crazy. Wow. I think we're gonna win this game. We need to probably do an overflow. Ugh. I want to do overflow here. Feeling this kind of sucks. Oh god.
How curious.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sands of time run low.
Alright, let's see if we can dodge some bombs. We got all the tutus for Bob Dodger here. Wow, if we win this game, it's insane. I was gonna concede. This is why, like, you don't concede games. Oh, that's okay. It's one draw. It's one draw. It's one draw. I don't know if there's any. Okay. Ooh, that could be bad. Kobulaki. They're going for the bombs. Good. 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 Okay.
I cannot hold any more cards. Sands of time run low.
The Bog being our own guy, but we actually could lose this. Because we're actually, but we go Ysira next turn, or probably Ysira. Try and set up for Savage Roar's lethals. Yeah.
On the wings of evil. Drink your blood, eat your flesh.
Okay, they got a dragon. That could be bad. That could definitely be bad. Alright. See if we get our 50-50 here. Ooh, we didn't get it. Okay. I think I'm going to go Wrath with an Emerald Explorer, likely. So I think we go this Worthy first. That's really good.
We must stop this corruption.
Really good. Alright, we should be thinking about Deathwing, to be honest, which I didn't really think about that well here. I think we might just lose the Deathwing. Unfortunately, maybe I should have kept this. Hopefully it's not Deathwing.
For the war chief!
That's not Deathwing. I'm happy to see that. I think we actually should go Dragon Queen here
No, my
instead of Ysera, because Ysera's we have a full board here, so it doesn't really do much.
And hope are worth fighting.
I guess we're going Ysera, guys. Now if they play Deathwing, we get a giant board the next turn.